All right, so the Presidential Golf Challenge kicks off at the Atlantic Golf Club, Melkbosstrand in Cape Town this morning. It is hosted as part of the State of the Nation Address activities. Let's cross over now to Natasha Phiri. She's there and she's going to catch up with some of the golfers and see how things are going. Natasha, good morning to you.
A very good morning to you, Leah, and of course to our SABC viewers. Unfortunately, the weather is disappointing me. The sun isn't out as yet. I thought I was actually going to don my golf cap here live on Morning Live, but unfortunately such is not the case. But as you've correctly said, Leah, and of course this is the Presidential Golf Challenge, and of course the President, the country's number one, is set to take part in this activity. Of course, later on you've also got that fundraising dinner, and this is all in the name of promoting, I beg your pardon, safe and appropriate sanitation in schools. And of course, this is an annual event that always takes place after the State of the Nation Address. And of course, it is hosted by the Department of Public Service and Administration. And I'm actually joined by the main man himself, Mr. Senzo Mkhunu. Thank you so much for joining us on SABC. Mr. Mkhunu, how important are such events, just the day after the State of the Nation Address?
No, they are very important. One, they highlight the spirit of voluntarism and solidarity with school kids that are vulnerable from the point of view of sanitation. But it also shows and demonstrates that the president is in touch with the ground and wants to make a contribution beyond what government is able to do at this particular point in time, and then take time off and say on my own, and inclusive of different companies, let us go beyond the call of duty in terms of what we normally do. Let us extend a hand and make sure that those children who would otherwise have been excluded by budgetary constraints have something in terms of progress in their lives as far as sanitation is concerned. What a good thing, especially after SONA, which is the State of the Nation Address, and then capturing the mood of the people while they are still digesting SONA, and then you say to them, let us remember each other, let us remember those who are vulnerable and pick them up in whatever way. And I think it extends to all other companies, not only those that are going to be participating today here and at dinner, but every other company, small and big, everywhere else. Let us embrace this spirit. Let us extend a hand in whatever form, especially with regard to education.
Minister, you emphasize the point of education quite a lot. Yesterday, the president announced that there would be a new university within Ekurhuleni that was going to be built. He also mentioned the issue of 9 TVET colleges being built this year. I mean, perhaps your reaction to that?
It's a marvelous and a wonderful development in our country that we are expanding the horizons for the future of our children, so that where doors were non-existent or where doors were closed, we open them and we cause non-existent one to exist by opening up all these institutions just for the future of each one of our kids, so that they have a bright future. It's a development to the right direction. We just have to make sure it happens, and it happens as fast as possible. All of us being led by Department of Higher Education. And it also underlines the fact that without education, no country will ever make it in terms of competitiveness, in terms of making sure that we increase the capability of the state, in which education is very pivotal. And I think people must embrace this and support the effort that the country is making with regard to the future of our people, especially with regard to vocational education, skills expansion, and making sure that each one of them is equipped to make it.
I'd actually like to expand on this. I understand that about 140 people are going to make their way here. I beg your pardon?
Even more.
Okay, even more people will make their way here.
120 to 124 people, golfers, all of them playing football.
Okay, well, football, you've heard it there. I wonder what the minister's handicap is, but I guess we'll just find out later on. But as for me, it's back to you in studio.